Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. This is going to be a reading for the week, a check-in of energies. This is the Manna Tarot. This one is my deck of archetype cards. So let's see, first and foremost, what kind of energies we can aim to embody, strive to emulate. What kind of energy, or in which kind of energy, can we position ourselves in order to maintain and succeed in this upcoming week? We have these three cards. We have Hope 39, we have Luna 41, and Logic 22. And then this deck, this is the Starseed Oracle from Danielle Noel, I believe. Danielle Noel. We have Baby Steps that flipped out. And that's too many cards, but this other one wanted to come out. It also has too many. So let me just, oh my gosh, it's rainfall here. I'm taking this one. That was the first one. Baby Steps. Let's see. Get a clearer message for the others for this coming week. What kind of messages? I'm sorry. Okay. I apologize for the noise. Speaking of I'm sorry, there's some noise in the background. So this deck here is the Rain Shadow Tarot. Focusing in again. What kind of energy are we going to get for this week? What kind of energy are we facing for the week ahead? How can we best move through this energy? What can we hope for the outcomes of everything we face for the week ahead? The World, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. That suggests that the world is your oyster. You have the expanse of all the horizons at your fingertips, and if you would pursue that expanse, that horizon, and walk away from that which binds you, you will enter into feelings of great satisfaction. In the Ten of Cups, we then have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay, this is our reading. Looking at the rest of these here still, we have the Three of Wands, right? That is a card about taking hold, taking charge of the opportunities, actually grasping it, an opportunity, and doing so enthusiastically so that you can head out on those new horizons. This is very much in alignment with this message with the World, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles here suggests hard work, a lot of hard work, turning out product. This is being consistent with your material world day after day, time after time. Practice makes perfect. How are you organizing or structuring your day? How are you organizing and structuring your life so that you can achieve a sense of emotional satisfaction and harmony? The Knight of Swords is swiftly moving energy, it can be fast moving communication, it can be courage, and it can even be overzealousness, that impetus of sort of throwing caution to the wind and going for something. And it's good to have that enthusiasm, but it's also a reminder to be a little bit cautious. And then here, followed by the Emperor. The Emperor is an archetype, a symbol of self-control. It is a symbol of authority. It suggests that you assert yourself and that you lead with authority. You are the leader. You are the ultimate say in the direction of your life. This is someone who is able to enforce their boundaries, and also somebody who knows their worth. When they have an idea, a notion, they put a plan into action, they do the research, and then they go for it, knowing that they have the strength and the stability and the courage and the knowledge and wisdom all grouped together in order to take something forward, be it an idea or an actual movement. In other words, a new direction, a new investment of time, a new investment of energy. The Emperor has the self-control to see it through. He also has authority over himself, and as well authority over the direction. So again, when I say authority over himself, this is just an archetype. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. This is a strong, powerful, it is a masculine energy, but it's that taking charge, it's that leadership role. So regardless of your gender or your identity, you can embody that energy of self-control, of taking control, of having boundaries, establishing boundaries, enforcing boundaries, putting plans together, working hard, being fair-minded and strategic in order to get where you want to go, in order to achieve the goals that you have, that you want to achieve. So we have a couple cards here. As I said, the World and the Three of Wands both suggest having opportunities before you. The world is your oyster, and taking charge and grasping hold of those opportunities. The Eight of Cups suggests that you have to leave something behind. You have to walk away from that which no longer serves you. And in doing so, you'll receive a sense of emotional satisfaction, but it's going to take hard work, symbolized by the Eight of Pentacles. And also try not to be foolhardy. Try to exercise caution as you take charge of your life and move forward. Now over here we had the Mantegna Tarot cards. And starting out we have Hope. So Hope is number 39, which comes down, adds up to a 12, 12 being 3. If you're doing your numbers, Hope is the archetype for omens. Follow a sublime idea until it is realized. And that is, again, reiterating the message of the Tarot here. You have an idea, you've got to let go of some things, but you can follow your heart, follow the adventure, take hold of the opportunity, and then see it through. Build on it, exercise caution, but use your enthusiasm, and see it through by embracing the symbol of the Emperor. That is that self-control, the execution of a plan. The next card is 41, which adds up to 5. That is Luna, or the moon. This is the archetype for imagination. Analyze dreams to discover yourself. Now this also suggests taking some time to really consider how you feel about different opportunities and approaching them from that sense of satisfaction. So there are things you dream about. In practicality, how would you feel if you were doing the things about which you dream, if you are living the life about which you dream, right? If you have these dreams of, spending all your days skiing, for example, is it practical? Where can you be so that there's always snow and the opportunity to ski? If you were spending all year in mountain ranges where there is snow, would you be happy without ever having warm weather? And if you decide, well, maybe I wanted to experience a bit of warm weather at some point during the year, then also you have to consider where and when you might take vacations so you can have that change up in climate. That's just an example of how thinking about analyzing your dreams or your ambitions can help you discover really what makes you feel secure and what makes you feel at home. And honestly, I can give you a personal example because I'm transient and I'm bouncing around from location to location. I've had it in mind that I would like to live in a mobile home RV type of situation, trailer, camper, what have you. How important is having a fully functioning bathroom? If I lived in a van, how could I make that work? Where I am staying currently actually is a structure of a house, and it does indeed have a fully functioning bathroom. However, recently the hot water heater broke. It was repaired somewhat easily, thankfully, but it really made me realize how much I appreciate having hot water for washing dishes, for bathing, right? Boiling water to wash whatever it is doable, but it can be a hassle. So to me, I personally find that hot water is something that I really appreciate. So when I think about my dreams of living a transient life and being mobile, being able to live out of my vehicle or some such similar situation, I definitely want to have hot water be a part of my comfort, of my home environment. So what kinds of things are on your checklist as far as what would make you happy if you are making changes in your life? If you're developing a plan and adapting things in your life so that you can have a brighter future and seize the day, seize your opportunities and adventures, what kinds of things are changing and what kinds of things have to change, what kinds of things could change, and what can you live with and what would you rather not live without? That is how I'm picking up on this card in terms of this tarot layout. It is a lot about feeling the moon, Luna. It is typically associated with the astrological sign of Cancer. And Cancer's card in the tarot is the Chariot. And the charioteer is in a chariot being drawn by two equal and opposing forces. Sometimes they are depicted as horses, at other times lions, sphinxes, that sort of thing. But it's the light side and the dark side, and it's about having balance and what makes you feel balanced. So the next card from the Mantegna Tarot is 22, Logic. And of course that adds up to a 4. That is that is a number of stability. Logic is the card of the archetype for common sense. Think over problems, don't split hairs. So again, you could look at this in a very lighthearted way. Don't split hairs. Pick your battles. So what kinds of things are like deal breakers for you? And what kinds of things can you let go of? What kinds of things would you be willing to give up? This card is asking don't split hairs. It's asking you not to get nitpicky over the fine details. So you do need to assess what details in the changes in your life are important. are worthwhile, which ones are worth fighting for, and which ones are worth letting go. So, as a matter of common sense, we all know that there are little things that don't really matter. Some things are just easier to write off. So let's take a look then at these Starseed Oracle cards, Baby Steps, and I'm Sorry. Baby Steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. That's a tough one, because with the Knight of Swords, we are being asked to exercise a little bit of caution. Don't let caution be an obstacle, however. Don't let it stop you from pursuing your path, pursuing your ambitions, pursuing these adventures that the world is presenting to you. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us, every moment, every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day. This is to say, to what are you being drawn? And then when you figure that out, see it through. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down to achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds, who can expect a faster pace of manifestation, and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling, to remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or to know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, what's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? And the next card, I'm Sorry. This says defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have, consciously or unconsciously, inflicted pain on others, to find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people, to say, I'm sorry, with an open heart and mean it, to be part of the healing rather than the perpetration of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. Starseed Soul Inquiry says, how are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? Well, some of this might be in that Eight of Cups, that letting go. The Ten of Cups is emotional satisfaction. In order to achieve a sense of emotional satisfaction, aside from walking away from the things that no longer serve you and pursuing the endless opportunities that life can offer, you have to have an open heart to receive all of that. You have to have an open heart to really embrace the feelings of joy wherever you are. And that can take a lot of balance. It can actually take some practice. Practice makes perfect. Think over problems. Don't split hairs. So here we are, and I am going to take a couple of cards here from my teeny tiny Visconti Tarot. Let's get some clarification on this reading. I felt a few flip in that very first shuffle. Well, that's a lot, but okay. So first we have this card, the Lovers. You know what? It can go right there next to the Ten of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Coins and the Four of Cups. Well, with the Lovers here, this is an equal exchange, sharing of the cup. Ideally, it happens when the cup is full. Ideally, it happens when the cup is healed, right? When the waters are clean. That means that we have cleansed ourselves and healed ourselves from past wounds and pain. Which is why it's so important to continue evolving and to continue working on yourself and to continue the healing process, to continue exploring your psyche and asking yourself questions about why you feel the way you feel when feelings come up that sometimes make us uncomfortable. With the Nine of Wands, that is a card of self-imposed imprisonment. There's a feeling of being stuck and not able to move forward. Sometimes it's a feeling of being unable to decide. Perhaps there are so many opportunities or so many options. Again, the world is your oyster. It is full of opportunities and options. And you may feel held back, and that is something that we do to ourselves, where I'm not ready to do this, I have to do this before I can do that, whatever the excuse is. So we're being asked to let go of the excuses and heal those fears that really cause us to come up with excuses in the first place. With the Six of Wands, again, this is a card of victory. I was associated with this Moon card here. It's much like the Chariot. It is a card of victory. It is a card of coming out on top. It is a card of recognition and being rewarded. It is the hero's return home. Perhaps you will begin to feel like you are coming home from whatever environments or experiences you've been having lately. Perhaps new opportunities and seeking out new adventures will actually make you feel more at home. With the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins, this suggests a strong stability, a strong foundation, and strong emotional satisfaction. So again, how can you make yourself feel like home wherever you are? What are the comforts that you need? Perhaps that's what's on your mind, and we asked to analyze our dreams, right? Analyze the situation, analyze our goals and the things that we want to achieve, and in doing so, we can come up with all of our blocks or whatever it is that are absolute requirements for us to feel that sense of security or to feel that sense of emotional stability. So do the work involved with that Nine of Wands so that you can free yourself from that prison, that self-imposed metaphorical prison. The Six of Wands here suggests that you can come out victorious. And next to that here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So perhaps how the Wheel of Fortune spins, whether it spins in your favor or not, may depend on how well you can maintain your balance, how well you can maintain your focus on your path, and how well you can heal your past wounds. How clean is your water? We want to share our cup with someone. Make sure your water's clean. Make sure you've done your healing. Be aware. Try to work hard to be aware of how you're communicating with others and how you are offering yourself to others. Not too little, but not too much, right? Finally, we have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups is generally a card of holding back, holding on to something too tightly, or not wanting to let go. It can be a card of dissatisfaction, not liking that which we are finding. And with that, you may be being called to say you're sorry to yourself for rejecting offers, for rejecting that fourth cup, for rejecting opportunities to connect with others, opportunities towards your own emotional fulfillment. This is calling you to forgive yourself. Because it's at the end here, this card is saying to me that you must do your best to be fully aware of the things that you don't like, the things that seem to be dissatisfying to you. Don't split hairs, yet at the same time, when you acknowledge your preferences, the universe can yield to you more of what you do want, more of what you do like. And that brings us back to that Ten of Cups and Ten of Coins here, the overall satisfaction and enjoyment. You have control over all of these things. You have opportunities, abundant opportunities, endless opportunities, and you could go after them. You should go after them. But do so with humility and grace and self-control. Do so with authority over your plans, over yourself. Maintain your boundaries. Know your worth as you move forward. That's the reading for the week ahead. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.